Total surface area. Okay, let's start with a simple box. Tissue box, here I don't care, it's just a box. Calculate the surface area of this box. We've got a front rectangle and there's also a rectangle on the back, so there's two of them. There's a rectangle on the side and the left side and the right side, they're the same. And we've got a rectangle on the top and a rectangle on the bottom. So there's just rectangles everywhere. Hey, let's just start with this blue one. So my blue rectangle, area equals length times width. So it's 5 times 2, which is 10. And there's one on the bottom and there's one on the top, so I'm going to multiply that by 2 and say that there's 20 square metres of that one, of the top and the bottom. Let's get a fresh colour. Let's go green. Let's go, there's a rectangle there. So my green rectangle area equals, so length. Hey, how long is that? It's 3. What's the width? 2. 3 2s are 6. Hey, I've got one on that side and I've got the same rectangle on the other side, so I've got two of them. 12. Let's go purple. We've got, the front one. Hey, there's a rectangle, purple rectangle. Area equals length times width. Okay. Let's go, this is my length. This is my length. What number have I just dropped out? 5. My width must be 3. And there's a front and there's also a back. So it must be times 2. So that's going to be 30. Come on. Total surface area. I'm just going to add them up. 20 plus 12 plus 30. How quick can I be? 62. And that would be square metres. Let's calculate the area of this shape thingy. Well, this shape thing is called a triangular-based prism. Don't really care at this stage. Okay, can you see that we've got a triangle at the front? So, for the triangle, area equals a half base times height. My base is going to be 4, and my height is going to be that's 7. And there's 2 triangles, 14. Okay, can you see? What colour will we go with? Green. Can you see that there's a rectangle right there? Let's do it. A green rectangle area. Okay, the length is going to be 6 times the width. Well, that little ditto means that that's the same there, so that's going to be 4, which is 24. Now, here's the trick. Can you see that this side here and this side here and that side there are all 4 centimetres? Excellent. So we've got a rectangle here. We've also got a rectangle on the bottom And I've also got a rectangle at the side, and they're all exactly the same because they're all 6 long and they all have a width of 4. So there's 3 of those. 3 24s. 72. So my total equals 14 plus 72, 86 centimetres squared. Okay. Not all triangles are the same. In that particular one, we had 3 rectangles on the bottom and both sides. They were all the same, but this thing here, this one isn't the same. So let's just go follow the process. We've got a triangle, area equals a half base times height. My base is going to be 8 and my height is going to be 15, 60. And there's 2 triangles, 120. Okay, green. Let's do this big one here. There's a big rectangle right there. It's a rectangle. How long is it? It's 18 long. Gosh, stop it. And that number I just rubbed out is a 15. There's only one of those rectangles because all the other rectangles are different. So this blue rectangle is different. So we need a blue. It's 18 long and 8. 18 times 8. And there's only one of them. Let's go purple. Over on the back side, there's another rectangle. And I'm running out of room. So length times width. It's still this 18 long. And it's 17 wide. Which is 306. Okay, so I've got to add all of those together. Whew. And don't have room for all the... My total surface area is 840. Ran out of room, sorry about that. Okay. Calculate the amount of iron. So this is some iron shape box somewhere. It's pretty big, so it's like a shipping container. There you go, it's a shipping container. Can you see that that is exactly the same as our first question, but it's in a real world situation. So we are going to get, let's not do it, calculate that rectangle, which is length times width, which is 3.2 times 1.4. And there are 2 of them. So multiply it by 2. You are then going to go, hey, look, there's a rectangle on the front and a rectangle on the bottom. That one would be 1.9 times, how tall is it? 1.4, and there's 2 of them. And then you're going to, what's the one we haven't done? Is that the top and the bottom? There's a bottom and a top. So multiply them all out, get the areas of each individual one, and then add them together. Here is a tent. It's a terrible picture, but you can see that it's that side there and that side there. They are the same. So we've got 2 rectangles that will be the same. One on that side, and then there's another one. That's hard to draw, isn't it? Then there's another one going in there on the other side. There we go. So with your rectangle, it's going to be, it's 1.6 times 2, because it's length times width, decimals everywhere, 3.2, but guess what? There's 2 of them, so 3.2 is just this one rectangle here. There's another one down the other side of the tent. Then there's one on the base. Don't forget, when you're in a tent, you don't sleep on the grass. There's a base out the back here that you lie on. So clearly it's 2 meters wide. And how long is it? How long is it? It's 2 meters. So it's 2 by 2. So this one here is length times width, which is 2 times 2. There's only 1 floor, so you're just adding your 4. What else have we got to do? We've got to do the fact that there is a triangle at the front. So that triangle will be a half base times height. Base is going to be the 2. And the height, here's my height, 1.2. Multiply that out, and you're going to get 1.2. There's only, that equals 1.2, but guess what? There are 2 triangles, because there's another triangle at the back, so we need to double that to 2.4. Let's add those together. And we get 12.8. 12.8, and I'm guessing that's meters squared. So there's my total surface area. Good job. That tent's hard to see, but anyway, you've got to go hard at that and do as many as you can.